Hi everyone. Today our wine is gifted to us by Manny, along with, he hooked us up with some other wines, and he got me this really cool electric wine opener gift, which I never even knew electric wine openers existed. So,
it's so cool, so convenient.
Thank you, Manny.
Thanks,
this video's for you.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers. So,
okay, let's get into it. So we are upon the year anniversary of WandaVision coming out.
I can't believe it's been a year.
It's crazy.
Already.
I cannot believe it's been a year.
Yeah.
So we are going to talk about all the Disney Plus Marvel shows that have come out within the last year, and then we're going to rank them.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to talk about
because first of all, WandaVision wasn't even supposed to come out when it did.
Yeah.
COVID messed with the schedule, but I'm so glad it did because they came guns a-blazing.
Yeah. Before,
that is okay.
So sorry. Before we get into that,
yeah.
I'm gonna list just all the shows that came out, just so we know what we're talking about.
I like that. Okay.
WandaVision came out first. Like you said, it was supposed to be Falcon and Winter Soldier first, but because of COVID, everything was changed around. So WandaVision, then Falcon and Winter Soldier, then Loki, then What If, the only animated series that they came out with so far, and then Hawkeye to finish it off.
Yeah, so spoiler alert, we're going to talk about each of those shows, and then we'll rank them after?
Yeah.
Okay,
so yes, back to what you were saying. WandaVision, it started it off with a bang. This was after a drought of not having any Marvel projects since Spider-Man Far From Home, I think, in 2019. And it was like 2 years, and that was not like Marvel. You used to have like at least a movie every year, and then it was like a drought, and then WandaVision was like, bam, we're back. And it was amazing. It was the best project, like one of the best projects from Marvel I've ever seen.
Gutsy, do you remember that night I went to go grab us food for the premiere? We made it a huge deal. And then the guy who had served me food, he was like, we were talking about WandaVision, and he's like, oh, it's all like I Love Lucy 1950s type based show. Yeah. He's like, I don't think you'll like it. First of all, sir, you don't know me.
Yeah.
Second of all, anything with Wanda, I will like. Exactly. And I'm so glad he was proven wrong because I loved it.
And I remember in the moment too, I remember the trailer, I remember everything up to it. People were talking about like, oh, I'm not feeling this. It's really weird.
It's
a
so
comedy.
Different.
It's corny, but whatever. And I was like, no, guys, stick around. This is not a comedy. This show is not a comedy. It's actually
even though
horror.
it did made us laugh many times.
But it is a horror. There is something weird going on in Westview, and you just have to stick around. And I'm so glad that we were right and we stuck by it because we knew from the beginning. And that show like exceeded all our expectations. It was amazing. It was heartfelt.
Yes.
The action was great. The characters were lovable.
Yes.
And it was great.
And it was just so romantic. Of course, it was horrible that she held the town captive, but what she did to keep her love alive and to bring us through each decade with them. Amazing. And then as sitcom fanatics, the amount of throwbacks to shows we love.
Homages to like Malcolm in the Middle, to the Office theme song, to like everything. It was just so cool to see it, and it was so different from anything Marvel has done this far, and it was so entertaining.
And they brought it with the action.
Yeah,
they
it was
brought
enjoyable
it with everything.
Exactly, and like everything that was around it too, the podcast, the Twitter theories, Mephisto's real, but everything was it was so entertaining. The experience of watching it was just like unbelievable.
Yeah.
But okay, so then next you had the Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I feel like I really emotionally connected to that show.
Right.
I loved it. Of course, I've always been a Cap Quartet fan, and that's of course Captain America, Bucky, the Winter Soldier, and Falcon, and Black Widow. I've always been a fan of those four since Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Right.
And so I knew I was going to love this show. And then the layers that they brought to it, talking about race, Isaiah Bradley, the super soldier that the world didn't know about because he's black, and the horrors that he went to, and like Sam Wilson taking on the mantle of Captain America as a black man. It was just so powerful to levels that like I didn't even know they would go to.
I think that you summarized that perfectly because I know that was your show. She loved every minute of it. She's rewatched it a couple times, so I'm gonna let you have that one.
Yeah,
Good.
I loved it.
That was a good summary.
So then we had Loki, who's always been like my top
Loki, his humor, his wit, he's so intelligent, so fun, and he is so powerful. Honestly, I feel like in Thor movies and of course the Avenger movie that he's been in, it's like Loki almost had to take a back seat. And I feel like with this show, we're like, oh my gosh, this man hasn't even reached his full potential, which I really hope they have another season because there were so many twists and turns, and it was just perfect for the type of person he is.
Yeah,
a person that always catches, and he always catches people off guard, and I loved Loki so well done.
And and you know I love the character. I love Loki so much. So yeah, that was great. And then after that, we kind of switched it up, went to an animated show and had What If, which was a different change of pace.
Yes, and I love how they had so many of the real characters play them. And one, of course, being Chadwick Boseman playing T'Challa. And I believe we both agreed that the second episode of What If, where T'Challa it's What If T'Challa was Star-Lord. Yes. That's what it was, right? Yeah. And there was just this great line that we both started bawling. Yeah. Do you remember what that line was?
Yes, it was from the dad, and it was when T'Challa found the Wakandan ship, and it was just basically King T'Chaka sending out a message to people trying to find T'Challa, and it was just like a beacon, like a signal, and the words that he said as a message to his son were, T'Challa, if you are out there, you're one bright burning light in the night sky of billions, and we will search every last one of them until we find you on this plane or the next. And I feel like I'm almost getting emotional even repeating that line, so beautiful, because it just hits different when you remember the impact and the fact that we don't have Chadwick Boseman here anymore, and it's just like that line just hits so much more, and it's just like we may not have you on this plane anymore, and it's just like that's just kind of something that people do believe in their culture, and so for that to be shared, it was nice to have Chadwick in one more project.
The impact that he's left on this earth, and I can't even talk about the other episodes. We just loved the episode 2 so much. It blows What If out of the water. And if you haven't seen it, it's worth watching.
Definitely worth watching. I will say there is one other episode that I liked. It was a Thor episode. The other ones I wasn't too crazy about, and just I watched it, and it was fun and cute, and
I liked the zombie episode.
Oh, the zombie one was cool.
Yeah, I love zombie shows, zombie movies. So to see it with my favorite,
yeah, you do like zombie stuff.
So to see it with animated characters, especially characters who are my favorite from MCU, it was amazing.
I will say I like the zombie episodes too because it showed different characters interacting with each other that typically haven't interacted with in the live action movies. So it was cooler to see Hope with the Avengers, and you haven't really seen her with the Avengers yet. So I did like that too, and then I love the zombie one. Yeah, of course, it's of course even in zombie version she's powerful.
And last thing I want to say about What If, and I hate to end on a negative note, the Doctor Strange episode. It was a little. I'm not a fan of being too repetitive, like those deja vu movies, deja vu shows. So it was just too much with the same ending each time, and it was a little too dark, but I feel like I'm glad we watched because I feel like they're gonna pull into the new Doctor Strange movie and tie it all together. So
I am excited for it to be pulled into Doctor Strange the movie, and I will say when I was watching the episode I was just like, okay, just let.
Was this romance story even that big of a deal?
He doesn't like her.
This is gonna be a whole
We'll talk about Doctor Strange another time because Doctor Strange doesn't like Dr.
I just
Palmer.
did it. I'm like,
doesn't.
So he's doing all this for a woman. Did he even love her? I know he liked her, but
and because she was just like, you were a jerk to me.
Yeah, this is.
I'm still here for you, but you're. Anyways, that's a different conversation.
It's just too much.
So that's why I had a hard time with that episode because I'm like, I don't believe this love story.
I don't believe this love story. So he's putting the whole world at risk for a love story that I don't even connect to because I didn't know you guys were in love. Honestly.
Yeah. So exactly.
Okay.
Now we have Hawkeye. Literally, I know it's called Hawkeye, but all I can think of is Yelena Belova. That's all. I can't.
She stole the
show for me. I loved her in Black Widow, and then her coming back in Hawkeye. It was just like I love this character so much.
Yeah.
I am so excited. I've never been this excited about a new character in the MCU the way that I am with her.
Yeah.
Like, she's captivating. She comes onto the scene. She steals the scene.
She does.
She's hilarious. And she's so good with her action scenes. I love her.
Yeah. It was so good. Hawkeye, it's like, I mean, the writing was a little too corny for me, but I love the action. I love how they paid homage to the original Avengers, and just to see Hawkeye's journey and how he is a family man and just getting back to his family. So they did a good job.
They did a good job, and it does remind me of the original, the way that it used to be really corny when it started, so, they stuck with it. I liked it. I liked it.
So that was Hawkeye. And really quick, that line when she said, you're gonna have your mom arrested on Christmas? Like, are we watching a Hallmark movie? and like, it's bad to have your mom arrested at any time, which, I mean, I guess that was the right thing to do, but it's just like, on Christmas, why does that make a difference? Arrested Memorial Day.
Yeah, you still killed somebody.
July 4th, any day, it's like, I just didn't get that. It's like, I can't. But anyways, that was Hawkeye.
Yeah. But I will say the action scene when they were in that last episode with Hawkeye, Clint and Kate, when they did the slow motion camera turn around them, it very much reminded me of the original 6 Avengers when they did that in the Avengers movie, and it was like the slow turn of them all fighting, which I really loved that, and I thought that was
on
really
the
cool.
rink, right?
Yeah, in the skating rink.
And I love how they just brought so much was it Ant-Man's technology with the arrow when they put the truck and made it small, which those people, I mean, that was the worst thing to happen out of all those people. That was the worst punishment, but it was just so good and so funny, and I think they killed it with the comedy.
Yeah, they did. I love a good pimp technology shout out.
Yeah.
So those were all the shows that came out. Let's rank it. What's your ranking?
Okay, so my ranking would be WandaVision #1. Nothing even comes close. Not just in MCU, but I mean in TV show history.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, it's up there. Let me say it's up there. Number 2 would be Loki. Number 3 would be Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Number 4 would be What If, specifically because of the T'Challa episode. And number 5 would be Hawkeye.
Okay. Yeah. My number 1 is WandaVision as well. Number 2 is the Falcon and Winter Soldier. I can take Sam Bucky content every day. I'll eat it up. Number 3 is Hawkeye. Surprisingly, I did not think it would be that high, but really it's because of Yelena. She took me there. Yeah. Number 4, Loki. And number 5, What If. Honestly, just because it was really 50-50 for the episodes for me. Loki would be higher because I love the character. I really do. I just wish the finale was different, and I wish Loki and Sylvie didn't kiss.
Oh, yeah. But oh my goodness, his name just escaped me. But Mobius. Okay, yes, and his character, and him as an actor, I absolutely love. And I think
I love the character.
He was such a great addition to Loki. So
and I love the Loki variants. Like President Loki is just everything to me. Yeah. Even though he only got 2 seconds of screen time.
So that's another romance story you didn't care for then. Huh.
Yeah. Honestly, we can talk about MCU romance stories one day, but I honestly typically don't like any of them. There's been 1, maybe 2 couples in all of the MCU movies that I've liked.
Wanda and Vision.
I love the WandaVision show. But at the end of the day, I can't forget that he is an AI system. But that's, again, conversation for another day.
Because I'm interested to hear.
I did like Tony and Pepper, I will say.
I'm surprised. Okay.
And I liked... I can't even think of the second one. So
we'll talk about it in another video. Thank you guys. Let us know your rankings and if you agree or disagree with some of our opinions. All right. Have a good night or morning whenever you watch this. Thanks.